Guys, so everybody,
Yeah.
appreciate you guys being here today. Not as many people in the back, but the hardcore people are here. First of all, I have no update on Marquise, so they're going to get all the testing and all that. So we'll get you guys something as soon as we know. I thought it was a good scrimmage today. For standing up. I think as I talked to the team at the very end, we have to eliminate penalties on offense and defense. Did a nice job taking the ball away, and then gave up big plays and then a couple third explosives that led to drives. So lot to learn from on this tape, but really excited about the week that our guys just put in. That was a tough week, hot week, and great crowd here today. And hopefully we made a step as I watched the tape.
Coach, you called the team together after the Higgins TD. Seemed a bit upset. Can you shed some light into that?
Yeah, just we're not a team that reaches the ball across the goal line. I told the guys, hey, after you score a touchdown, celebrate, have fun today. This isn't a true game, but we're playing it like a game, but in between the white lines. And so, great play by Higgy, he made a great touchdown catch, but I just wanted to make sure they all understood that we won't win if we don't protect the football. So, sometimes as a coach too, you gotta just make sure that the intensity stays throughout the whole practice. So it's funny, some of the older guys are like Shaq and them are starting to get to know me even more and more, and they kind of know at some point I'm going to bring everybody together. But I wanted the defense to understand we can't give up explosives, and offense to understand we don't celebrate till after the play's over, and then we can kind of do our thing. So.
What if any separation did you see in the quarterback?
Yeah, nothing yet. I can't say anything off of standing on the field. There's kind of a disparity, to be quite honest with you, sometimes with who you're playing with and who you're playing against, and that's not a knock on anybody. But I have to go back and watch the tape. The disappointing thing is that we had 2 interceptions. Each guy had an interception. We've got to protect the football. But I did see some good things. I saw some explosive plays. Both guys had explosive plays. So really dig into the tape and see who's truly mastering the offense and who's not. So there's a lot of work to be done over the next 2 days by us coaches.
What did you see on Baker's kick, Matt? It looked like it was. Miles made a nice play.
Yeah.
Was it throwing it all behind?
Yeah, it might have been, Joe. I'm standing behind. And he's kind of in that situation where the offensive penalty put him behind. So we were a minute. That was a minute 5 left on the clock. That was actually the Chiefs Rams. That was the Bills. Oh gosh, the Bills. Thank you. Gosh, the Heat. Bills Chiefs where Josh Allen took him down. So that was like a minute 3, a minute 5 left. 3 timeouts. You need a touchdown, end the game, minus 25-yard line. So we've practiced that scenario a couple of times. The offense is fighting uphill. The defense has. So the penalty put Baker behind the chain, so he had to push the ball down the field. So, but I couldn't tell if Miles just made a great play or if the ball was behind him. I'll have to watch the tape. But either way, Miles Hartsfield, let me say this, is one of the really guys who's coming along at a high level during this camp. I can't say enough about what Miles has done, but I can't tell you exactly. I'm sorry.
Was he exclusively inside the game, Miles?
Yeah, we play him at safety and at there, but we also believe, Joe, that he could play corner because he's just so athletic. But, we're down bodies, so we had him play a lot of nickel today. And how many safety reps he got, I don't think he got a ton.
Speaking of that, C.J. Henderson, red jersey.
Yeah, rolled his ankle yesterday. Shouldn't be real long term. Hope might be back sometime early next week. I can't tell you exactly how it heals, but we're not thinking it's anything super long term.
Icky got a lot of good work today with both the first and the second team. Just how pleased are you with what he did, and what are some of your main takeaways from what he did today?
Yeah, he's got a long way to go. He gave up a huge sack there at the end. I'm not super concerned with the run blocking. It's the pass protection where Icky has to continue to develop. And I think he's right at where he's supposed to be. He's not behind. He's right where he's supposed to be. But that's a position. That's not like receiver where you can have 3 good plays and then a drop. A drop at left tackle means the quarterback gets hit. And so, the D-line was furious with me today because I didn't call a lot of sacks. Our pass rush is pretty significant. So looking forward to watching the tape to see really how well we're protecting. I saw some good things, but that's where Ricky has the most work to do.
I know you have to look at tape, but what did you learn about the team after this heavy scrimmage type practice?
Well, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled, Vashti, with their competitiveness. They are so competitive. My challenge to them is we have to merge like that competitiveness and that effort and that fire with a demand of execution, and it's coming. That's why I brought them up. It's coming from me, and I keep challenging the older guys. I can't wait till it comes from them, where it's, hey, this is how we do, and it's coming from them. Christian's doing a great job. Moton's doing a great. Moten was fiery out there with the other guys. Shaq's doing a great job. Chin's doing a great job. Woods. So I'm really seeing the veteran leadership, and when I say veteran, like starters leadership that I want. It just has to continue to escalate, and we're still putting things in. You know, we're still in the install phase. I mean, we're still adding stuff, so their heads are still swimming a little bit. This was a hard week. You know, this was 5 days in pads. You know, a couple more days, and then we'll go to the next phase of training camp. But that's the thing that I like, is just how competitive they are.
You mentioned, or you were asked about Icky. A lot of reps for him at left tackle today. Are you sort of easing him in, so to speak? Will we see him there more next week? Which one?
I don't know what the Brady. We at the end of the day, we wanted him to get about 40 plays today, and we wanted Brady, I think, to get about 35 to 40 plays. Some other guys like Moten, we were like, hey, let's get him 30. So we had different rep counts on everybody. Those young guys, Cade Mays, Icky, they need all the reps they can get. So we're anywhere near saying, hey, he's the starter right now. To me, that's an ongoing process. And like I said, no matter where you're drafted, everything's going to be based on merit here. And so if you can't protect the passer, you can't play. And he can. I'm not talking about him. I'm saying all of them. You know, we all saw last year the effects on the quarterback of being under duress. So it's a true focus of ours. So I think the reps will help him. If he makes the jump off of the reps and does the learning, then you know he'll get where he wants to be.
When it comes to the quarterback reps, are we still going to continue to see a bit of a split or like a flip flop with one guy exclusively with the ones and the twos next week?
I think so. I know so. I don't see us making any major decisions at any position. I'm not putting a timetable on the quarterback position, but at anything, even like you guys asked me about left tackle, until after we get from the Patriots week. I think the Patriots week is a true litmus test for us of, hey, where are we really? You know, we're going against another team. We're practicing. I think that'll really show us where guys are. So we'll continue to split the reps, and then we'll make some evaluations off of today's tape. We'll make some evaluations after training camp in Wofford ends on Wednesday, and then probably after the game and the Patriots.
You said after the back end of Saturday that camp really starts to make the pads on. Now we're going into another phase of camp, like you said. What changes going into this next phase?
I feel like this phase is still going on this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and the hope is that Monday and Tuesday are tough, padded days for the ones and twos. Wednesday, you know, we're down corners, so we couldn't get the threes a ton of reps today. The threes will get their reps on Wednesday. Like that's kind of like their game day, and I think that sort of ends like the training camp Wofford phase, and then we'll go into really our first game, see where we are into the Patriots. I think that's really the next phase after that, and obviously FanFest Thursday night. You know, a celebration for the fans.
Matt, just to be clear, you said you don't anticipate making any decisions at quarterback or some of the other positions too.
Yeah.
Until after the Patriots week.
Yeah, quarterback to me, as what I've said all along, guys. It's when we know, and we're not going to rush it. Some of the other positions, we might not declare the starter, but hey, this guy's going to get more 1 reps or 2 reps. I think the Patriots week really sends that. I'd like to say one more thing. I just think it was just on behalf of the staff and all of us, it was an honor to wear Sam Mills' shirt today, and wish the Mills family a ton of grace and peace and happiness and joy today as he goes into the Hall of Fame. J.J. Jansen got up yesterday and talked about what Keep Pounding meant to him, and it was emotional. It was powerful. So just to the entire community, hope everyone celebrates today. And I see Mrs. Ioannidis in the back, so I can't wait to leave you guys and go tell some stories.